recording my audio this whole time. All right, we are here in Charlotte. I don't know what podcast episode this is. I know that I guess this would be the Sunday podcast. Patrick's not here, but I'm here with some very special guests today. We got my man doing the executive producing right now in the back.
It's a little professional.
Got Erik. Erik's been with us before.
Yo.
And then Dante.
Newcomer, yeah.
Met you the other day, man. How you guys feeling, man?
Feeling good. I've been waiting for this podcast,
Yes,
man.
we have, bro.
Been waiting for this.
What have you guys been thinking about Charlotte so far?
Love it. The vibes, just love it. Everything. Went to the food has been good. The people are awesome here.
You're a great tour guide, I will say that. Because we've both been here before, but this time we never seen a city like this. And I will say, because we just met you too, but everyone you've introduced us to has like great energy. And I fuck with that because we don't got that too much in Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta's becoming a whole different ball.
Yeah, for sure.
At this point.
Yeah.
Even the runs, though, this morning from basketball, that was a completely different vibe than I'm used to playing basketball. I haven't played basketball like that in a minute.
Yeah, honestly, man. Because the people in Atlanta, how would you guys describe people in Atlanta today?
Yeah, it's a lot of tension. Like, so everybody trying to prove that I don't know. Seem like a tough, who's tough competition.
Right.
Yeah. So like,
where do you think that stems from?
I don't know. I feel like, honestly, looking into it now, I feel like it's people coming from like up north. There's so many people coming from different places and different hoods, and they come in Atlanta and like, oh no, y'all nothing like back where I'm from. So they like get into it, and then it becomes this whole thing.
Yeah,
like I'm tougher.
It's always that competition of like, no, I'm the whatever.
Yeah, like, I'm from New York, man. Y'all got nothing down here. Da da da.
Right. I feel like to capitalize on that point, it also comes from the environment that Atlanta has.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the rappers, drug dealers, scammers.
Music and all
so
that,
the competition is really high up there. People don't talk about that. Versus here in Charlotte, I don't feel any competition.
Yeah.
Like from
everybody got their own thing going, it seems like.
G Code used to be like this, laid back.
Yeah.
It's not. It's completely changed. It's like everybody's on edge, waiting for something to pop off, and ain't nothing gonna go on. Nothing's happening.
Right.
Everybody's waiting for that one event, so everybody's just sitting there all tense and ready.
Yeah. What's the most fun thing to do in Atlanta you feel like right now?
Be to yourself. Find your thing and then just do it with the people that like doing that, and that's it.
Because you can get wrapped up, I feel like, trying to chase what everybody else is doing. So it's like you just need to focus on your own in Atlanta.
Yeah. But see, people don't come there for that though. People come there to get something out of the city. It's clout, it's rap, it's
they're saying Atlanta's the new Hollywood.
I keep hearing that.
Yeah.
I feel like I hate that analogy.
I don't either.
Because Hollywood has a whole different vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? I'll say it's the ghetto Hollywood.
It's people that probably haven't even been to Hollywood saying that though. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, this feels Hollywood like, yeah.
I feel that. Well, speaking of Hollywood, we said we were going to come on here and talk about a very interesting album that just came out.
Yes,
Mr. What for all the dogs?
Yes, sir.
Aubrey.
I want to hear what was y'all's initial reaction when you heard this was coming out. Like, did you know it was coming out or?
He's been teasing it for a minute, but when you call it For All the Dogs,
Right.
I'm thinking
Bars.
Heavy bars.
Yeah.
Straight bars. That's it. Heavy knocking 808s. Maybe I can hear a Benny feature.
That'd be nice.
He's been waiting on that.
Man, I've been waiting on this since 2015. When I first heard Benny, I was like, yo, him and Drake are going to have a track one day.
I'm labeled as a huge Drake fan, so he's been my number one artist for a while. So when I hear a Drake album coming, at this point in his career, I think it's for sure, without a doubt, it's going to be great. Like, it should always be better than the last one, in my opinion. He's only getting older. He's only getting wiser. Kind of like a J. Cole kind of vibe. As he's getting older, it should be more intricate, more, I don't know, just bring something new every time.
Right. And so what was your initial reaction? When you first heard it, you were like, oh, this is about to be the same type of thing?
Oh, when I heard about it? Oh, yeah, I got excited. And I heard For All the Dogs. So I'm thinking, oh, this for us?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, my God.
Put out 8 a.m. in Charlotte.
Yeah.
That's the track you use to promote it. So instantly, I hear the producer tag is conductor. So I'm thinking already, oh, West Side, Benny, Conway, one of them is gonna be on there. Not one of those features. Instead, we got Sexy Red.
It was a
Yeah.
tease. It was a tease with 8 a.m.
I get that. With the 8 a.m. in Charlotte, it's like he's about to drop that
Right,
type of
right.
album. But then you see the track list and you see the features, you see the Sexy Red, the Yeats, right? Where does your mind go from there?
Wasn't happy to see Yeet or Sexy Red.
I would, bro. I can't get behind Yeet. Like, a
I'm
lot
not,
of people
yeah.
like him.
What's the beef with Yeet?
I feel like he's the next generation. He's not us.
Mm. But the next generation is only like technically I see Yeet as like a Playboy Cardi esque, yeah, like the next version of that. So like, do you like Cardi? Yeah. Okay, so then where's the disconnect for you with Cardi and Yeet?
I guess personal preference, but I don't listen to Cardi heavy, but I can appreciate his sound. Yeet, I feel like his music isn't bad, but I feel like he's not in his pocket yet. Like he's just popping off. He had a little TikTok song and then he backed it up, but I don't think his best has come out yet. So seeing him on Drake's feature, like featuring with Drake, I think that was like too early, in my opinion.
Okay, I can get behind that. I do agree with that. For his like where his and I think though that's something that's not talked about just from a feature sense with Drake. He gives opportunity. He puts people on. But like when he made that song with Jay Hus, for example, right? Jay Hus has been in the game for like a minute, so it's not like this is just some new artist coming on the scene and Drake is handing him the keys. But like with the Yeet, it's like he's really been here for like 2 years and like kind of been here. He's not even at that whatever, and Drake is already handing him here's a feature. That's crazy.
Which what our friends has said, if you my fault by the way, if you put him or if you put Yeet and Sexy Red, because they kind of at the same time of them popping off. It's cool to like show some light on them like you've been doing, but not on your album because it reflects on you. That's my problem with it.
Where I have to sum off of that, it relates to the concert. It was a good concert. Drake did his thing, but you're in Atlanta. You're in Atlanta. There was not one Thug reference.
Yeah.
You had Central C open.
Yeah.
Nudie was nowhere to be seen. Why? Why did you choose Central C?
So many people from Atlanta could
Bro,
featured.
everybody
21
just
Savage
yes.
collab album 21 and no 21 Savage to be seen. That's kind of crazy.
Oh no, 21 was there.
Oh, okay. He
was there.
It was 21 and Drake.
But I just feel like it could have been more like, let me represent my Atlanta work and my connections in Atlanta. He's told us like story time. He was like, oh yeah, like, you know, Atlanta did this for me. But like in the terms of like all the collaborations you have in this city, you couldn't make one call.
Yeah.
Future at least.
That's a lot of guys. He could have.
You call Central C, bro.
Okay, so then from there, you guys listen to the album, right? So you know the track list. We have our qualms about that, but you listen to the album. And I just want to read off this statistic that I had to search this up. His first week sales, over 400K. First album, first week for the album sales, and this is better than 2021 Certified Lover Boy, which was a very highly anticipated. That was going up against Donda at the time. And so you listen to the album, your first reaction on the first spin.
Bro, so we work night shift. We got off at 6. He was supposed to drop it at 12. He's like, no, I'm dropping it at 6. So we're like, you know what? All right, bet. We go to Chick-fil-A. We sit in the parking lot, get some food, go to the parking spot. We're like, you know what? We're gonna lock in. We're gonna play this top of the bottom. We was disappointed. We was mad. We was like, yo, who approved this shit?
Yeah. Disappointed at what?
It was just like the sound all the singing, I didn't expect that. And maybe because I went in thinking I was getting a Benny feature and I'm getting him barring up on an 808.
Yeah.
And instead I'm hearing him sing with SZA and which was a good song, and then he's on with Party Next Door, which was a good song. But it's just, dude, that's not what I'm trying to say.
That's not the sound he was expecting. But hear this too. He kind of did this to us because why would you call it For All the Dogs? I'm waiting on the answer for that. 2, why would you drop or tease 8 a.m. in Charlotte as your first single before it come out? Like, you're setting the tone for what to expect. But then the album is literally the opposite of the song you released because it's probably the only one, if not two, that have that tone or that style of rap. We've been going back and forth about it, but like I feel like at least For All the Dogs meant like the dogs are the girls, not the guys. And he had a flip of words on it. because
Had a good point. A boy in our group, he was like, he meant it for all the dogs, as in all the dogs that's going through something, through that a hurt relationship and they're in a dark place. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I can see it in that sense.
Like this sound would relate to that?
Like if you going through a heartbreak.
I didn't get that.
He said,
Yeah, I don't
No.
know. I feel like Take Care is that.
Right. That's Drake in general, though. He's for the guys. He says the vulnerable sides of things. So I don't think that what the specific album was about.
And then you give me a dark ass album cover.
I think I'm mad from the sense, because like now that I'm hearing both of y'all's perspectives, it makes a lot of sense now. I think it's the expectation of what he was going to drop.
Yeah.
This is not a Chicago demo lane tapes type of project.
Yeah.
This is a studio album.
Exactly.
And this isn't honestly Nevermind. We gave him a pass for that. This isn't a playlist like More Life.
Mhm.
This is supposed to be Drake's butter, like cream of the
Right,
crop.
right.
Like these are my best songs. Here you go. And he dropped 26 songs. Most of them are skips. Like I'm just gonna be honest. Most of them in my eyes are skips. And then from there, he's not rapping for real. And then after that, he had the Yeet features and the SZA features, but then he also has the J. Cole feature. And he didn't even show up to work.
Weak. But I don't even like the beat selection on that song. Like I wish that went a whole different direction.
Right. I don't mind the beat selection if you guys kill. And I think Griselda's a perfect example of that. Like the beats that Westside Gun or Benny the Butcher's gonna choose, they're not like, you know what I'm saying? They're not these nice 90s beats that Biggie was rapping on.
Not a
They're-
crazy sample.
Yeah, nothing crazy. They're usually pretty straightforward, but you're listening to what they're saying.
Yeah.
And so
My fault. And I feel like the worst thing you can do as a Drake fan is hope. Like you should never, oh, I hope he does this. Because when he drops, like, okay, a feature like, oh, J. Cole's going to be on the album. Or Jay-Z's going to be on the album. Oh, I think that was what, Scorpion? One of the albums when he was like, hey, so-and-so's on the album, and he put it in that city. Right. That was Certified Lover Boy? Okay. So, like, when he does that, and it's like, okay, he's on a track with Jay-Z, you have to bar up.
Don't let Jay-Z take the song over.
Right. What he tends to do is every time he makes a song with these people, he lets them have it, and then he's just like a supporting role. Like, he forgets that you are also a top dog. Like, these are two GOATs on a track. You're supposed to be matching the energy. Give me your best. But it seems like he puts my personal opinion, he gives more energy and more, like, effort into his verses on, like, new guys' songs or, like, these commercial guys' songs, not the actual GOATs of the rap.
You know, I think he always gives a verse for Wayne, though. When he's on a song with Wayne, he always gives a verse. To me, that's really it, though.
Yeah, I think it's because because prior he used to know like certain guys come on a song, I gotta step. Rick Ross, prime example. Every time I'm on a song, I gotta kill just because if you don't, it makes you look bad. Especially if you're the guy that everyone's like, this the golden child, this is the dude in rap that's gonna carry, right? And so following that, I want to know, what do you guys think about his legacy? Because we dodged this question ever since you guys got here. We wanted to save it. But what do y'all think this album means? And honestly, not just this album, but the last three projects, in my opinion, what they mean for Drake's legacy when we talk about the greatest out now, right? And the greatest ever.
I'm biased, so I'm going to go last.
Okay.
So, I have a question to add on to that, but I don't think it tarnishes his legacy at all. I think he's still one of the GOATs. You can't deny it because of the sales, the numbers that he does. And after listening to it again and knowing, all right, this isn't the sound I'm getting, and listening to it for what it was, it's not a terrible project. It's just like you're just up here and you don't use your sources. You have access to anybody that you want to work with. They will work with you, but you just don't use your sources, and you just give us subpar music. Not subpar, but it's just not what you are capable of.
I was going to say, to add to that, now this is just like me personal belief, but what if he's looking at it like he's in a point in his career, he done did everything that we didn't expect from him already. He already, proved us wrong. So at this point in his career, I think he's trying to take the hard lane. If they say, oh, I can never hear Drake with Yeet, that's why he's doing it. Because he can, I think, like, if I was him, like, I can afford to try something new because I already gave them everything that they asked for.
I gave them all the bars early, but here's the problem I have with that theory. When you no one's invincible, right? I know Drake probably thinks, guys, I've done it all. You guys can't tarnish my legacy, but people only remember the last few things about you. And for me, I was thinking about Jay-Z and Kanye at the same age. You know what album they were dropping together? They dropped a collab album together. It was Watch the Throne.
Yep.
Drake's collab album was with 21 Savage, who was Artist of the Year that year. They dropped their album. Would we ever compare that to Watch the Throne?
Never.
This is them at the same ages.
Never.
So now I'm like, okay, this is where Jay-Z went. His last album, 444. To me, that's a classic.
It is.
It's a classic, right? Now, Drake, right, at the same, when he gets to that same age at 50, I don't think they're going to look at him in the same light as a Jay, exactly, or Nas. As far as when we talk about rappers, who's the most respected? We all respect J. Cole. No one would go bar for bar with J. Cole.
That's why it's weird though for Drake, because you know when he wants to put his pen to work, he has a pen. It's a crazy pen.
Like you said, it's what we know what he's capable of.
Exactly.
But we can only talk about what he's done. And I think Drake's the one thing in his legacy is gonna be really a what if. What if he didn't really go the dance route and he really tried to stomp Kendrick and Cole out of this era? Because that's what he would have done if this album was good, the last album was great, and the last one was great. This dude would have retired. He would retire with 15 classics. No one could ever talk about that. Not even.
I would say I don't think his legacy would be the same if he did that. J. Cole's amazing.
Yeah.
But J. Cole, I think I just recently heard that he never had his own number one.
100%.
You know, because rap, there's love for rap, and there's people that's like enthusiasts, but it's not the most popular genre. So when we talk about Drake, like I look at him like he's versatile. Yes, he can bar up. So when the rap enthusiasts get that hard shit, then it's like, okay, keep that up. But for him, he's like, oh, well, I can sing, I can harmonize, rap, whatever. If I can do it and it's working, then I see to it to try to work in every aspect. Because he's done it. He got the one dance, billion streams and all that. So it's hard
The
to
numbers
just say,
back it up. The numbers completely back it up.
it's hard to say just do this then.
Yes, 100%. But the numbers do back it up. But I feel like with Drake and most artists, I guess I would say, especially when it comes to rap is a genre about respect. Guys gotta believe what you say. No one believes Drake when he says he's pulling up and killing anybody. That's not his, that's never been his go-to, but he's always been able to phrase things in a way that made his life believable and relatable to the masses. And so when you touch on his versatility, I love that for him. That's what makes him a greater artist than a lot of guys, right? But I think even more importantly, it was the portion sizing that he would drop in his album. So for example, he'd give you 4 of the one dances, then he'd give you a timestamp. You feel me? Then he just give you a draft day. You know what I'm saying? So the album would be proportionately, but we're seeing he's gotten rid of that model entirely.
Do you think so? Because I looked at the structure for All the Dogs, and I feel like it's a typical Drake album.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I think
like
this
26
album
songs.
didn't seem like he had that recipe.
Interesting.
It did give me kind of like that same.
I feel like it was similar to Certified Lover Boy. I'll say that. The structure was similar to that. So maybe his more recent projects, not his older stuff, his more recent projects have been all similar in structure.
Where do you guys put Drake at today? Just in the hierarchy of rap. Like with who's out now. Not everyone in the past, but who's out now.
I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I'm biased, but I still give the man his flowers. Yeah, he did, because he did enough for us, for real. Like, if he stopped,
not in the past,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you saying, like, as
I'm saying today, what would you say Drake is to the current rappers? Like, I'm being so
So let
serious.
me
I
ask
think
you
he's like number 5
for rap
Yeah.
or for music?
No, just for rap. Just
Okay,
for rap.
so
we know
for
what,
rap,
we know what we
no.
can say for music.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so rap, no, he's not the number 1 spot. Because I think personally, for me, J. Cole is right now.
I would give it to him too, right now.
I'd probably maybe for rap give him like maybe 3, maybe 2, because I can't think of a second right now. But
I'd
it's
take
right
Kendrick
there.
over Drake right now.
Kendrick
Today. Yeah.
So I have a question about this real quick. So he mentions in the album, he's like, it's us, the three-headed goats, Kendrick, Cole, Drake. Do you think they came out of the gate too fast? Meaning, I don't think Kendrick will ever top Good Kid, Mad City. I don't think J. Cole will ever top Born Sinners. I don't think Drake will ever top Nothing Was the Same, Take Care. And do you think, because like the past Kendrick album, it was good, but I don't play it. I don't go back to it. J. Cole, the off season, it was good. I haven't played that shit.
I think I know how to answer this question. I was talking to someone the other day. The problem with rap right now and those three guys, it's not that they did everything they were supposed to do. But the problem is no one has taken over since. Drake and Kendrick and J. Cole should not be the best rappers out today.
Exactly.
They really shouldn't. Just the same way as after Watch the Throne came out, it was kind of passed down that, okay, yeah, Lil Wayne also had his thing, 50 Cent did his thing. They're passing it down to these three guys.
Because that album came out 2013, 2011.
Yeah.
Like
So
every era has had their goats,
the-
but
it always gets past. You see who's coming down the pipeline.
Right,
Like
right,
you were an idiot if you heard Sideline Story and didn't know J. Cole and Take Care and didn't know, and then Good Kid, Mad City and didn't know these three guys are coming down. But now I can tell you right now, there is no one that I think, oh, he's coming down the pipe. They're handing it to.
It's weird. The music industry, it's in a weird spot right now.
Where
'cause
everyone's temporarily like the thing, because like they thought, oh, it's gonna be Lil Baby and Dirk, right? Baby is not the same. You feel me? Dirk is not the same. Yeah. And like we're seeing a resurgence of older guys like Benny and Westside. These guys are in their 40s.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
I look
they're
at Benny's
old,
in
bro.
his 40s. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
they're important though.
They're very important
Because
for
without
preserving.
them, we don't like rap's gonna die. Like the core of what rap is going
So
to die.
saying that, that's why you almost have to give Drake his flowers for keeping it alive and keeping it going. Because there's a lot of people that love that album.
The problem, I don't even want to say they're keeping it alive though, Eric. I'm saying no one has come to the throne to take it, because you have to take it from them.
Yeah.
So like when J. Cole dropped Born Sinner the same day as Yeezus, he took it from Ye like, hey, you're still whatever, we know what you did, but nah, we're here. It's me now. These guys, they're too buddy in rap today, bro. They're all best friends.
Which is
Dirk and Baby don't come out and say like, I'm gonna take it. And that's why the NBA YoungBoy conversation, I think we're having it with Corbin. I was like, that's why I don't listen to his music, but I respect him because every one of his songs on his album went platinum. And he's like, I'm not best friends with these rap. I'm here to be the number one guy.
See, it's funny because you can relate that to Jordan and LeBron conversation. Yeah. Jordan wasn't buddy with anybody. LeBron's buddy with everybody.
And that's why LeBron is still what he is in the league today, because
Exactly.
guys aren't trying to take it from Brian and
Exactly.
Curry. Jordan was like, yo, it was Bird and Magic's league. That's great. It's mine.
my league now.
Give me that. And so it's the younger generation. And honestly, it's us, by the way. It's the guys who are 23 and younger and 24, 25, 20, whatever. The younger generation isn't as aggressive to take from the older people what they believe is theirs. And that's why we have a lot of problems in hip hop, sports. It's like we were relying on Tom Brady to win a chip in it. Bro.
Like, people are praising that the
Yeah.
Patriots are done now.
Yeah.
That they're having a losing season. People are happy about that to finally see them
Right.
suffering. It's in a weird spot right now. But can you blame that on TikTok?
Yeah. It's the technological innovations recently have changed the way music's consumed. So like even like the guy we went to high school with, his song blew up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, he should be able to have an established career now, but TikTok moves so fast.
Yeah, so his song, I still see his song pop up sometimes, but his monthly streams went up to 1 million, I think, and over. But ever since then, it slid down. He still makes good music, but it's like if you don't have that TikTok hit, ain't nobody hearing you.
We're in a different algorithm now. So, like, back in the times of, like, Jay-Z, Kanye coming up, and Nas and all them, it was easier because if you drop, like, something that genuinely everybody fucked with in the room, they felt obligated to go share it to somebody. You know, hard copy, like, yo, y'all got to listen to this. Let me put you on. That's gone. That let me put you on era. And now I feel like what I don't blame Drake for is he was, I think, coming in towards the end or, like the dying ages of that time. But he realized, okay, the younger generation, they're not that tight to hey man, let me put you on. This is real rap. They just want something to party to. They want something quick. TikTok, it's 10 seconds. If you have a hit on TikTok and you don't follow up on it within like a couple weeks, you're gonna be forgotten about. Yeah. So I think it's a little, I guess it's an argument, but either you stop doing what you're doing because you realize your time is up, or you gotta change the sound for the time, which I feel like Drake is trying to change for the time, but the OG people, the fans of the OG people don't like it. Yeah. But you gotta respect it. If his goal is to stay number one, then he's doing what he needs to do. If he's trying to be cemented as a rapper, then it's, it's an argument. That's what I'm saying.
Did he outsell Travis?
I'm sure. I think he outsold everybody, dude.
Travis went for like 490, I think.
Oh, then he might have. Yeah, then maybe Travis.
Travis went crazy in Utopia.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys like that album?
It grew on me.
Yeah,
I didn't like it first listen, but
I went to the concert. It was dope.
I don't play it anymore. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I don't either.
But like he said, it's a different algorithm. That's today's music. You like it, like you listen to the album, you like it, and then you're like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like you just hear it too much without even knowing. Like if you go on TikTok, I hear Utopia like 50 times. Yeah, Fiend,
yeah,
Eyes, yeah, all that. Everyone's using it in videos. So I think we're hearing it so much. We're like, okay, yeah, I don't want to play that in the car.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. What was actually a good album?
What?
Doja Cat.
Yes.
Oh, really? I've been hearing about Doja Cat,
she
man.
actually put out a rap album.
Oh, she was really rapping?
Yeah.
She was rapping on
Talking her shit.
On some nice beats,
That's the only, I ain't gonna lie, it's the only female rapper
was like,
in my eyes.
I didn't want to listen to it because the rollout, I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah, she was on some like devil stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to listen to it.
2 hour span. 11 p.m. I told him, I was like, you gonna listen to the album? He was like, nah, she on that weird shit. Because of the whole, she been on that demon shit. Yeah. I was like, bro, I promise you.
I was like, you know what, man?
Because I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of all that shit, but music-wise, she's creative as hell. So I was like, bro, listen to her. She's going to be fire. Gone. Hour later, it dropped. He texted me. He said, yo, this shit slide. He said, she went on a run. Album's amazing. The
first 3 songs was kind of but she starts talking her shit. I was like, oh, all right. Definitely an interesting listen. I didn't expect it at all. Not at all.